In November of 2009, a channel called School Snooze was created on YouTube.com. This is the story of the channel and its creator, Jordan Wright. Jordan Wright began life in the small town of Niles, Ohio. He did nothing entirely too remarkable, and his childhood wasn't very out of the ordinary. In 2009, however, Jordan would make a change in his life, the repercussions of which were entirely impossible to see. Not only would this be a change in his life, but would also be a change in what we would call the history of life on this planet going forward. School Snooze was created. With bright eyes and big dreams, the channel took off running with a modest amount of 10 subscribers. Jordan received a handheld camcorder later that year and would begin filming videos with his friend Sean, one night even famously uploading 3 videos. A breakneck pace like this, however, is understandably not stable and would eventually lead to a burnout. The videos uploaded around this time of Jordan and Sean doing skits involved vulgar humor and potty jokes. In their wildly popular video, Sean crushes a can with his butt. There were also several parodies uploaded around this time, involving another one of Jordan's companions, Beastie BMXer 45. Parody is a subsect of the genre parody, the term being coined and used solely by Jordan in these few months. However, tragedy would soon strike for the first, and certainly not the last time. Jordan showed his parents the videos, and they would request and require the immediate destruction of all said videos. An act that, while heartbreaking, must be followed through with. This simple command shattered the Golden Age and threw us into what can be coined as the Stone Age. Here, Jordan would begin experimenting with capture cards to record games off of his consoles, spending around $15 to $20 on cheap capture cards that would not eventually end up working. However, there would be a breakthrough success in the Stone Age through an exploitation which would lead to the Bronze and eventual Iron Age. Jordan would begin use of what would be called cup videos, where Jordan would place his cell phone in a cup and angle the camera to record gameplay, then crop the images and upload them as is. These became not only widely popular, but also became synonymous with the brand that Jordan had built for himself. He would eventually expand off of this innovation and discover WVS4U, a popular screen capture software that he would use to play illegally pirated games on his computer. However, Jordan refused to pay the activation fee for the software, and as a result of this action, would leave his videos branded with the classic mark of created with a non-active version of WVS4U.com. Here is actually the root of where our story lies. Hidden within these videos is a series that would come to affect life as we know it. Jordan, being a wide-eyed, adventurous lad, made constant attempts to innovate on his channel. One of these innovations would be appropriately dubbed Mega Man Mega Time. Its core concept was simple. Play through every Mega Man game, one at a time, in order. Its actualization, however, was another beast entirely. Mega Man is known as one of the hardest games on Nintendo, known for being wildly unforgiving, a trait young Jordan had not yet anticipated. Jordan would upload his first episode on September 23rd, 2013. This video would consist of Jordan struggling his way to, and besting, Cutman. 2 more episodes would go up consisting of Fireman and Bomb Man. After these, however, the episode stopped entirely for the series. Succumbing to the weight and challenge, Jordan had quietly stepped down from the mantle. Around this time, a billionaire named Elon Musk would stumble across these videos. He would receive an idea so dark, so sinister, it would go down in history as the great de-seeding of society. In the year 2024, Elon Musk would begin his plan by creating his own form of robots, akin to Dr. Wily from Mega Man. It would not be long before his inventions enslaved all of humanity. Elon would publicly name Jordan as the inspiration for his creations. Seeing him struggle and give up led to the idea of world domination. Elon would not stop there, however. He would begin experimenting on humanity, creating monstrosities of all types. Mammoth men, Mothmen, flesh rugs, centaurs, the list goes on and on. Eventually the UN, United Nationalities, who were entirely segregated by Elon, would be formed and rise up against their master. Using a hidden and recently found US nuclear missile silo, they would launch their final attack on Elon. However, He had a failsafe installed, launching nuclear bombs all around the world, effectively turning it entirely into rubble. The year is now 2030, and Jordan Wright has been located.
I I I'm not certain what you want me to say right here. Hi. I'm Jordan Wright, aka School Snooze, aka Gamers 456789, aka Nightmare, aka Rightmare, aka Jordan Man, aka the reason all this is kinda, happened. I really don't know what you want me to say. This is all kind of weird, I don't know what you want me to do.
What is it that you really do now?
Well, I guess I'm kind of doing what everyone else is, I'm surviving in the world we live in now. Um, I wake up every morning. I eat my, I eat my breakfast out of a can. I scrounge around for can openers. I sleep on the floor. I dodge flesh rugs and minotaurs and everything else all day long. I I'm living. I'm surviving at least. Uh, would I call it a great existence? No, not particularly. But I'm alive, and that's more than most people could say right now. So
So, what made you want to create your YouTube channel?
um, why did I create my channel? Is more for escapism, really. I was a very timid, mild mannered kid, so I didn't really have a lot to do, So I had all these ideas in my head, but I didn't really have any idea on how to get them out or how to tell or show other people. And the camera was kind of my audience for that, and I found it and I started just making all these videos. I started off making videos for my parents, like little home videos on our family digital camera, and then my parents got me a camcorder, and I kind of just went off from there. It was a passion. It was escapism passion. I really enjoyed.
Why name it School Snooze? What even is a school snooze?
Why school snooze? That's a good question. Um, so at the time, whenever I would go to school, I would put my hands up, and I'd put my eyes into my palms of my hand, and I would rub my eyes like vigorously for probably like 20 or 30 minutes at a time. The teachers would never question it for some weird reason, and I would sleep the entire time. My eyes would be like beet red whenever I was done. Um, but that would be my way of like sleeping in class, and I would do that all the time. I would fall asleep all the time doing that, and they just never questioned it. They probably just thought I had really like wet or dry eyes, or maybe I was crying. I don't know. But yeah, so that's why I call it school snooze. I fell asleep in class a lot. I was snoozing in school. It's like a pun. you know, uh, you're you're not laughing at at my pun. It's wickedly funny. I don't. Oh, okay. It went right over your head. That makes sense. Uh, you'll get it eventually. Really.
What is a parody? Uh, isn't that just a parody?
What is a parody? Wow. In a sense, I guess it's me. Really, I'm a parody. Uh, it's a parody with my spunk on it. Um, I don't need to have the background beats. I don't need to have the good lyrics. I don't need to have the visuals. I could sit there and I could nod my head while I take a video of myself and just read off lyrics that I had written down on a paper that make no no canonical sense. You know what I mean? Um, I it's a parody with my spunk. That's a priority right there. That's the meaning. It's me. It's an extension of me.
Was Sean ever put on the spectrum?
Was Sean ever was Sean ever put on the spectrum? No. No, Sean was never put on the spectrum. Um, no, most of those videos were ideas that I came up with and kind of just forced Sean to do. He was kind of, he's like a slave more or less in all of that. No, Sean's a very intelligent guy. He was super smart. Um, it's actually it's kind of sad. Around like high schoolish era, I stopped talking to Sean so much, and I'm fairly certain he went off to the military. Uh, yeah, yeah, he did go off to the military. Um, his battalion was one of the first sent out during one of the first Milan raids, uh, and Sean never came back. Um, no, he wasn't on the spectrum. He's a good guy. He's a real good guy.
Why Mega Man Megatime? Why pick a game that you never really played before?
It was more about the want than the experience. You know what I mean? Um, I had never obviously played the game before, but I wanted to see what the games were like. I really wanted to enjoy and appreciate them. And I felt like if I'd given myself a certain task surrounding that motive, that I'd work harder at accomplishing it. And as you could see, it didn't really pan out the way I was hoping. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a fun idea at the time.
But why specifically a game that you never played? It seems kinda ambitious.
Yeah, I mean, I can admit that it was pretty ambitious too. I didn't really base my ideas around scope or reality. I kind of just thought of something and put it down to pen and paper, and eventually, did it if I got around to it. I didn't think about if it was feasible or if I could realistically do it at that time. Because you could certainly do it. I mean, I'm certain that there's a million people who've done it on YouTube already, or what was YouTube already. But it wasn't feasible for me, and I could have never guessed that this was going to happen. It is kind of entirely random. I don't think anyone could have guessed what was going to happen because of that. I didn't, stop it because it's something I wanted to stop. I had nothing but good intentions going into it. Sometimes they take you down a bad road.
What what's your biggest regret?
My biggest regret, huh? I think you're looking at it. You're living in it. I'm the reason this has kind of happened. This is all me. No one else can take that burden. I can't push it off on anyone else. I can't take it off my shoulders. It's all me. If I could go back and change this, I would. It's not like I'm proud of my decision. I don't even think it's my fault. I just wasn't cut out to do what I put myself up to. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have threw myself at something that I was never going to be able to accomplish. And I think that's a fair assumption that I was a little bit wrong in doing so. But do you really think I deserved all this? Because I don't. I don't think anyone deserved all this. Not at all. Not at all. This is my biggest regret. So, enough about me, man. What about you? It's kind of nuts. You don't look like you've changed a day, dude. You look insanely good. It's just like I remember you.
Hey everybody, it's BCB Extra 45.
Yeah. How's the teleporting been, man? Have you been like keeping up with it? It was, a very pretty impressive gift. I would hope so.
I believe I can teleport. Voila! Look, I'm in the laundry room now.
Gosh, that's impressive. That's so impressive. I watched for so long to try to figure out how you did that. I've seen that video hundreds of times, and I could never get the hang of it, But that's kind of how it goes. Normal people kind of aren't blessed with the gifts people like you are.
Today I'm going to show you how to teleport.
The past.
You're gonna what? You're not pulling my leg, right? Are you serious? I'm gonna get the chance to fix all this? Yeah. I want to do that. I want to do that. Yeah, I can't believe this. I'm gonna be able to make things right, and I'm gonna do it for you. I'm gonna do it for everyone. I'm gonna do it for you. Let's do this. How can I ever repay you? You got it. 100% you got it. As soon as I get back. It'll be the first thing I do. You won't even know. You'll see it that fast. Thank you so much. You're not only giving me my life back. You know that, right? You're giving it back to everyone. We all owe you something.